Hey everyone, Ace of Clay here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another sculpting video. Today, we're going back into the Mutant Universe and I'm introducing you to a new species that I like to call the pumpkin eaters. And then if you're new to my channel, I'm a sculptor and every week I make a new sculpture, so be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos. So the pumpkin eaters are definitely one of my more abstract designs for the Mutant Universe. They don't have arms and legs, but they're definitely really creepy and they fit right in. They've got this long, gross tongue, and we actually get to play with some resin in this video, so that's always fun. And yeah, they're just a really weird, eerie, creepy character, and I actually really like the backstory I came up with for them, so make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss any details on that. And I guess with all that said, I think we're ready to jump right in. So without further ado, let's make the pumpkin eaters. Alright, let's get started. We are back in the Mutant Universe. I'm really excited to make this guy. This thing is going to look sort of just like a pyramid shape with like a sort of rocky tree trunk type texture, and then with just a really big mouth and big eyes, and it sort of just springs out of the ground that's how I really picture this guy working. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start that underlying structure with our aluminum foil. We don't need any wire for this guy, and then we'll go from there. So let's get started. And then of course, all the materials that you see me use in this video are listed in the description box below, along with my affiliate links if you want to purchase anything. Got a new thing here of Bake and Bond, or oven baked clay adhesive. I'm going to brush this onto the surface of the foil before I add the ultralight, just so the ultralight sticks really well and I don't have to worry about any air bubbles or anything like that. All right, now I'm going to attempt to make the open mouth out of just ultralight. I think I'll be fine, but I'm not really sure where this is gonna go, but we're gonna try our best. Alright, there we go. I'm happy with where we've landed. I'm gonna go ahead and bake this, and then we can come back and add our final layer of clay. Be right back. And now that he's baked and completely cooled down, it's time to cover him in clay. For this project, I'm using Super Sculpey Original. I got these nice even sheets by running it through my pasta maker on the thickest setting. Super Sculpey adheres wonderfully to ultralight, but if you want some added, security, I guess, and tackiness, you can always brush on some Bake and Bond or oven baked clay adhesive.
Pumpkin eaters are vicious creatures that feed on human heads, hence their name. They are active during fall and spend the other seasons hibernating beneath the ground. Victims of pumpkin eaters are left decapitated, as the creatures have no use for the rest of their bodies, leaving them to be taken away by the ice cream man. They are present in every realm of the Mutant Universe.
Alright, now that he's completely covered in clay, I've kind of started the details on him. I just want to give him a creepy, sort of bark-like, stony looking texture, and then kind of go from there. He's going to have a really crazy mouth with a bunch of teeth and maybe a big long tongue. So let's just kind of mess around and see where this takes us. I love sculptures like this that aren't predetermined, and I'm excited to play. So let's get started.
Alright, now before I go any further, I think I want to give him a really big tongue that's sort of coming out of his mouth. So let's go ahead and shape out the underlying structure of the tongue with some aluminum foil, and then cover this in clay and then stick it in. Alright, now that I got the tongue figured out, I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and I'm going to finish detailing everything else, and then we'll stick this back in a second. Pumpkin eaters take many different shapes and sizes. They can range in height anywhere from 4 to 10 feet tall, and they can stretch even further, sometimes doubling their size. Pumpkin eaters spring from beneath the ground after finding a victim with their strong sense of hearing. Their heads are typically pointed, helping them protrude through any material.
All right, there we go. Looks pretty good, nice and creepy, exactly how I want him. I'm gonna go ahead and bake him, and then we'll come back and paint. Be right back. And now that he's baked and completely cooled down, let's start painting. All the paints that I'm gonna use in this video are Folk Art brand matte acrylics. We're gonna start with the inside of his mouth, and then we're going to do the outside, and then I think we're going to finish off the tongue and everything with some nice glossy resin. So let's go ahead and get started.
Pumpkin eaters have extremely large mouths, sometimes taking up 3/4 of their body. They have long tongues that allow them to grab their victims like a snake while they feast.
All right, now let's get our resin ready.
Please remember that resin is toxic. Take all necessary safety precautions and wear all proper PPE while using it. Pumpkin eaters' only goal while active is to feed and multiply, making them very dangerous. It is extremely difficult to avoid them. You just have to listen very closely for crackling sounds beneath the ground.
And it's done! The first pumpkin eater is complete. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Alright, I really like how this guy turned out, and I can definitely picture more different variations of him, like the other pumpkin eaters that are out there. They're different shapes, they have different kind of, you know, teeth and eyes or whatever, but I really like how the first one came out, and I really like the story. I hope you enjoyed that. It definitely brings something a little different to the Mutant Universe, and that's always cool. Gotta keep things interesting. So again, let me know how you think I did in the comments, and as always, thank you so much for watching and being here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and then follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at @AceofClay. I'm also on TikTok, so check me out there, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.